I came to what was then Kansas State Teachers College in the fall of 1960, and I came from a very small school in Kansas, so this was kind of a big, scary place. I came into a pre-engineering program. It was after Sputnik, and it was patriotic to go into math and science and pre-engineering. But the longer I stayed here, the more I wanted to stay here, and so I changed to a math and science major. I was involved in track. I was a hurdler, actually lettered in track. I had no scholarship or anything. I was a track walk-on, and I met a number of folks on the track team and actually have lasting friendships from that experience. Once I decided that I was going to stay here, I pledged AKL fraternity, second semester of my sophomore year, and then that opened up another kind of activity for me. And then I also got involved in student government, and that added another dimension to my experience here. And so by the time I completed my degree in May of '64, I really had learned a lot about myself that I didn't know, and the president of Emporia State, John King at the time, who I had become slightly acquainted with, literally yelled out his window in June or July of '64. He had a letter from Senator Pearson and he said, Pearson has a job for someone that wants to complete their master's degree. And I was single and mobile, and 2 weeks later I was in Washington, D.C. working on my master's degree in government, complete shift in my field. I then got my PhD, and so my whole career change has been government and politics, and as a professor and actually in government. So academics, athletics, fraternity, student politics gave me a whole range of experiences that I don't think I could have had at a bigger place. Some of the things that stand out to me are the actions of faculty and staff while I was here that gave me some encouragement along the way. Simple things. Winston Cram, whose name is on Cram Hall, was a critical ingredient in my coming to Emporia State, simply by reassuring me. I mentioned John King, whose name is on King Hall, who just at a kind of a moment's notice changed my career direction. Fran Welch was a track coach and was well known throughout the United States. He was coach of the women's Olympic team in '60. Getting to know him and experience him was quite an opportunity. I had a great experience in the fraternity. Got to know folks that are lifelong friends. If you got the yearbook, the 1964 yearbook, you would see I didn't win many things, and my track career was great, but I was not outstanding, and I'll never be in the Hall of Honor for my track experience. But we had some kind of a game day. I did win the game of dribbling a basketball for a quarter of a mile. We were obviously the best fraternity on campus at the time, and had great scholars, great athletes, great singers, all those things, and 100 strong. I mean, at the time, it was an unusual time. And a number will be showing up for homecoming. I saw a sign for the Sam and Janine Hayes lecture series. Sam was a fraternity brother of mine, and so I look forward to seeing him. Chuck Atkins was on the cross-country team that won a national title in the early 60s. Met a lot of folks who've been lifelong friends. I think homecoming is mostly for the alums, and I have more of a concept of homecoming as an alum than I did as a student. I was not in the forefront, but I was involved in helping the AKL chapter kind of get reorganized, and as they have the last couple of years. I was back for homecoming last year and had the opportunity to meet a number of the new folks. They're a good group. For me, it opened up a whole additional dimension for getting to know people, guys as well as gals. So it is social. I had a visit with the president, student, and vice president of the student body, and they were concerned about the issue of keeping folks on campus on the weekends, and they are both in Greek organizations, and said that folks in fraternities and sororities tend to stay here on the weekends because they have activities going on. And so I think in terms of the university, it's an advantage to have students involved in Greek life. I think Emporia State has a good future. I think we offer not only a good, well-rounded academic program, high-quality College of Arts and Sciences, business school, Teachers College is obviously well-known. The library graduate programs are quite well-known. So the academic program is solid, but I think the future is getting across the idea of the opportunities that are available here for students that might not be available in a larger university. I think that is a message we need to get across to folks who are considering coming to Emporia State. I think the challenges are leadership challenges, and by leadership I mean crystallizing a focus about what Emporia State offers, what is unique about what the university offers, and persuading faculty and staff as well as community to buy into that concept. Also persuading state officials, Board of Regents members, legislators, governor, really getting everyone on the same page about Emporia State's unique role. And so I view the challenge of Emporia State as a challenge of leadership, confident the Board of Regents and the search committee will find the right person for the job.